Hey Rebels. Okay, so I was just gonna pull out some cards and then come meet and greet with you. But nah. Once I saw that first card come down, it's like, let's go ahead and get this thing out. So it's a whole bunch of songs coming to mind that just is flooding my patience. So I needed to come sit down with you because I know this ain't for me. It need not to be for me. But whichever, who knows? Maybe the ancestors got a surprise for me. So I am hearing Carl Thomas. I'm emotional and I can't let go. But I'm also hearing, who is that? Mariah Carey. We belong together. Say, I can't sleep at night with you all on my mind and the songs playing on the radio. Saying, if you think you're lonely now, wait a minute, this is too deep. Honey, listen. Listen, okay, but then I'm also hearing Busta Rhymes, okay? Somebody want to come and say, it's not that they want to say, they have a whole bunch that they want to say. But you know, as much as we talk about the nervous system, right? Regulating your nervous system. Now, old school fashion is, if you broke somebody's heart, you should sit back and listen to them and what they have to say. But no, we're going to revamp that, okay? Spirit said that we're growing, okay? If you got your heart broken, obviously you got your heart broken because you said a whole bunch of stuff that somebody did not give a damn to listen to. You said a whole bunch of stuff that somebody was not paying attention to. They didn't care, but whatever it is that they remembered about what you said that they should have cared about, now they remember it. So therefore, you shouldn't have anything to say because you said all that needed to be said. So when things was over, said and done, why would you speak that stuff again? See, Rebel, ask yourself this question. Why would you want to repeat use what you have left in life? Repeating yourself, reiterating the same old things. These are the cycles that you are letting go, Rebel. Now, if this person wants to engage with you, they need to do the unfamiliar. They need to do the undone. They need to be the one to open up their mouth and speak. You know, isn't that how they go? The teacher teaches. The teacher takes you through the lesson and everything. And then at the end, there's a test. At the end, you either get up and you speak, you insert what it is that you have learned. So no, if this person does even come around you and you permit it, I don't feel that you have anything to say because there's nothing that you possibly could say that would be new. I feel like even things that you are thinking to yourself right now that could be new for you to say, honey, your face and your body language gonna speak for you. Okay? It's going to speak for you. As they say, actions speak louder than words. So, once again, this person come around you. If the ancestors are setting you up and they want to see this form of engagement happen, give me this card. Thank you. Oh, there it is. Let this person speak. Because it's not even that you should have a question for them beyond, why are you here? Or what is it that they would like to say? Beyond that, what is there to talk about, right? So let's take that whole concept of, oh my goodness, I broke their heart. Let them say everything that they had to say. Nah, you said it. How about they're the one who broke a heart, or they're the one who decided to cut off a situation and bit her in the ass now, so they're missing what it is that they didn't pay attention to and attend to. This is like that baby daddy shit. Well, I have or I haven't been sending my child money. Let me clear my throat. I have or I haven't been sending my kid money. But you know what? I do miss them, even though I don't know them. But you know, I am supposed to be a parent to them. So apparently, I should probably go get to know my kid. But that's not even about the kid. That be about that man's emotions and what it is that he does not want to be perceived as. Okay, that baby daddy shit. Even though I understand this may be some chick in your life who fucked you over and was out having a good time and didn't realize that good time wasn't gonna be for a long time. And it could be the other general. It could have been a dude who was doing the same ass shit. But honey, so and there it is again. Okay. All up on the table. I'm telling you, babe, listen, and emotional pain. Look at that. I would say I can't even make this stuff up, but this is the same song, different era, different person, just entity, just bouncing around from body to body. Speaking of body to body, honey, listen, somebody, this person definitely wants to get back. They want to go ahead and skip over that portion where you I see spirit is stopping my tongue. Spirit caught my tongue. Like, no, it's not about you two. Confirmation projection. It's not even about you two having a heartfelt moment because you're not in a heart feeling space. This is more so about this person wanting to get over these hurdles. These hurdles are like sandwiched in together, okay? And this person knows they have so many hurdles to jump over. Like these hurdles are dominoes. And they know that if they cannot do this long jump over these fucking hurdles of dominoes, then everything collapse. Which, more than likely, honey, if the wind blew a little bit too softly, the shit gonna fall anyway. Okay, it's not even if they got one time or one word. You already have your mind made up. I'm not even looking at the cards right now. I'm just filling out your energy. Okay, you already have your mind made up. Now, true enough, you may not know how things are going to particularly play out because you've been, although you have not been rehearsing in your head, within your energy of what you would say, how you would do, like that old school, I'm in school stuff. If this bitch say this, then I'm going to say that. If this bitch do this, then I'm going to uppercut her like that. No, it's not even that. It's when you feel the energy being present within your presence, when you feel that energy being projected onto you, you're like, nah, nigga. See, and look, you know me, I don't even use that word on this channel, but it's when I feel it. It's like, oh, hell, oh, no, you done up and done it. Nah, we're not doing that, okay? So this person really wants to go ahead and get over those hurdles, those sandwiched ass dominoes of fucking hurdles that, ooh, some of them are even super glued together. Right, so if they knock over one thing, they can't even say the other things because they fucked up that one thing. Okay, but they want to go ahead and get over this portion because they want to go ahead and get back to that space of, that Toni Braxton feeling, that seductive, that whining and grinding type stuff, that loving stuff. But they're in the wrong Toni Braxton type of feeling. If I never feel your tender kiss again, listen. If I never hear I love you now and then, please understand, if love ends, I promise you that I'll never breathe again. So some of these fools, okay, Spirit said watch the fool. Watch them, because they are in a new beginning. I was saying it rather disrespectfully, although it was respectfully because it was due to them. But Spirit said no, they are in this new cycle of presenting themselves in a way that they never have. Now, this may even be someone who has yet to realize that due to your rejection of them, due to your rejection of their proposal, and this does not mean a marriage proposal, but although Spirit said this is a marriage proposal, because whenever you make a choice, you are married to that choice until you choose that you no longer want to be engaged with that choice, or you no longer want to be around that choice or involved with that choice, same shit as engaged. But this person does not realize that they may actually be in the mental state of self-harm if they are to come to you and not get the outcome that they are hoping for. Now, the outcome that they're hoping for is completely different from the outcome that they expect. Now, the outcome that they expect is that they understand that you may have harsh words for them, which I'm hearing for a lot of you, you don't, because you ain't got shit to say. You said all that can be said. Any hard stuff was dealt during your point of grief. All right. Now, the fact that they feel that their outcome is, yeah, they might have some harsh words for me. They might tell me off, and you know what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to deal with it. I deserve it. But the fact that they have not lived in actuality in this space before, the fact that they have never seen themselves or witnessed themselves be in this energy and actually act it out, not like they're acting, not like they're portraying, but act it out, let their actions speak. They don't know, they have yet to think of what to expect of themselves. They have yet to think of or even have the remnants of the many different potentials of pathways that can be open, depending on not just how you are presented, but how they continue on, right? How you will be presented within this situation, within this option of opportunity, because this is your choice. Like the time clock is on your side. You've been playing chess this whole time, even though you've been playing chess like it's not a game. It's not a game to you. You've been on your business with this chess match. Okay? You've been going about this shit solo even. Spirit said, stop using the word playing. I'm trying my best. But the time clock is on your side. So even if you see this person and you decide to not say anything and walk away, that's on you. That's your right. This person still does not know how they're going to adjust to it. They don't know the pathways that are going to be of option. If you decide to give this person 10 seconds of your time, 10 minutes, or even if you sit back with your hands on your shoulder, you see my shadow, just like, or if you decide to straighten it up and, play it cool as a cucumber, ain't no playing about it. Once again, Spirit said, take away the word playing, because you're not playing. You on business, right? This person does not understand, nor have they even been, nor have they been introduced to the pathways that will be opened up for them due to this situation of circumstance. Spirit said, let's go ahead and get to these cards. But they really want to bust around to you. They want to put a couple of, few tune flavors up in your ear. Spirit said, watch that Kool-Aid now. Now, here with Evil Eye. Message. Jealousy and envy. Now, that's part of the pathway issue that this person is going to have. It's not necessarily going to be, confirmation. It's not even necessarily the perspective of jealousy and envy. It's the fact that everything that they are going to feel, everything that they are going to express, Spirit is going to show them that there are multiple options. That just how you have jealousy and envy here on this card, jealousy and envy, there are two different things, though they have their commonalities within relations, right? Jealousy is more so about, let's start with envy. Envy is more so about what someone else possesses that you want. Jealousy is more so of an internal thing. So envy is more, look it up. One of them is internal, one of them is more so external, right? And this person is going to have to look at what is, because right now, honey, I'm going to tell you, I just woke up literally probably like 15 minutes ago. You see, I haven't even got my got my voice corrected. So my brain's still kicking in the power. But, Spirit say, we're going to do a raw dog reading. Damn, we're going to do a raw dog reading. But you're protected. You're protected, so don't worry. Okay, they did tell me right when I came in here. No, we're not doing any, no pre-pulls, as you saw. We pulled out that one card and then it was like, no pre-pulls. So if you really an adult about it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. No mistaken pregnancies, right? But yeah, so one of them is more so internal, one of them is more so external. But both of them are an internal factor because it's all about the person, right? So the pathways that's going to open up for this person of opportunities for their own sake of healing. So just got an interruption and it said update, okay? My update on my device just kicked in. Hey Rebels, again. So this is going to be an update for this person. There's a lot about you that triggers the hell out of their awakenings, all right? As we were discussing about the pathways that are going to be opening for this person. The fact that now Spirit is saying that you may believe you know who this is. But the truth about it is that it's them, it's that person who you're thinking about, but it's also other people too. So they said, don't sleep on yourself. You have caused awakenings for so many people. You have caused people to look at themselves in ways that they did not even realize was in relations to you. That the way that you move, the way that you strive, the way that you are, the way of your being is in such a pronounced character that they don't want to identify that you are the vessel that continues to make them look at themselves. Now, they do keep themselves away from you for this reason, but this time around, them coming to you, wanting to have this conversation, wanting to have this, to gain this insight, this space of clarity, asking you for help, seeking out your attention. Now, Spirit is saying the many ways that I'm listening are the many different characters who are coming towards you. Notice it's not just about a heartbreak. It's about misfortune. It's about disrespect. It's about misunderstanding. It's about not being cooperative, not being compliant, not comprehending. It's all those that you are. Spirit said that you tend to be in the gray area. You don't see things as if it's black or white, though others have accused you of, they have their accusations of seeing you as, oh, it has to be black or white. Because they don't realize that the gray areas that you sit in, rebels, the gray areas that you move in of the ebbs and the flows, is actually the pathways and the opportunities that they have yet to permit themselves to live, to see, to understand that their ways of stubbornness is actually what makes them so strict, though they see you as strict. Baby, that's beautiful. That's powerful. Look at how that wheel turned. That, them being in black and white, them not realizing that they've been living life in black and white, has made them so strict that they see you as strict. Because though they feel that you won't allow yourself to be moved, they don't realize how often you calibrate, that you recalibrate, that you make adjustments, even in favor of them. Even the many times that you've done it against the favor of yourself. Now you've already experienced this time and this frequency, and you're going to continue to, because you learn to trust it, you learn to value it, you acknowledge the essence of why self-interest is important, but interest of others is also important. Because this is how we even got into the forefront of this whole matter in the first place. You put so much interest in their self-interest that at times you overlook your own self-interest. But your main focus of awakening within this past course of these years, in the process that you've been going through, is realizing how you can center yourself while centering them to come out with a balanced scale by respecting what it is that is their choice. You, even to the beginning of this read, you left them with their choices. You understood. Even if you didn't understand, but you understood that that's what they wanted. That you held nobody hostage. That if anything, you were trying to arrange a contractual agreement that you all could live and maintain under. And they could have cared less, because you would not allow the negotiation to sway over to their side of their black and white vision and view. You are a free being, so therefore you understand black and white. There's only one shade of black. There's only one shade of white. But in gray, there are so many options. And they couldn't live like that. But Spirit said they ain't got no other choice, because a lot of shit is changing. And a lot of shit has changed. Not just you, but the era and the way of the worlds. That's why you see these people who have been in power and have been empowered within the realms that they had been empowered in, going through so much struggle trying to hold on to that frequency when that frequency has changed. That vibration has fallen so low that they are exposed. They're no longer up there in the clouds. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to bring to y'all. As soon as I find, I'm going to have to bring to y'all this drawing that I did years ago. And we're going to have a talk about it. But they're no longer in the clouds where those in lower frequencies, lower vibrations of unawareness can't see them. Like those clouds are dissipating. But back to him. Though this twin flame, you listen, you know I don't like really jump into the twin flame thing, but hey, I guess that's what Spirit has me doing these readings now, because I know a lot about twin flames. This twin flame, they don't realize how much anger, animosity, how much their message is filled with antagonism, how much their message is filled with evil eye, jealousy, envy, that even though they are heading in the right direction towards you, that's as simple as it is. Towards you is the right direction. But the energy that they are bringing along within their message is what's distorted. So this is why Spirit said, be careful with this fool, because they are on a fool's journey. They are taking a leap of faith. Not even equipped. Spirit said they are equipped, but they are not equipped in preparation. Is what all this is about. But the ancestors, and you know your ancestors been watching you, honey. They've been all up in your space, all up in your business. Sometimes they even in the bathroom with you. Okay? Yeah, they've been watching you do some strange things. But you know, they get it. You live in the human experience, and they say so long as you're not doing those unrighteous things, you know what we're talking about, those violating things, those things that make the line very thin between you and these karmics. They got you, but you know you're doing some shit that you ain't got no business doing, that's in violation of somebody else's life experience. They gonna fuck you up. So that was a drop down message for you. Anyway, the ancestors saying that this is a dual. I was gonna say duality. No, Spirit said that this is a dual. All right. Oh my goodness, honey. I'm thinking about John Wick. What was it? The last one. Okay. Was that 5 or was that 4? I don't know. John Wick. That last duel. Spoiler alert. When he was having that duel, and that guy, he went around every possible way that he could. He was paying other people to take down John Wick. He was even trying to cheap shot John Wick. He was trying to, he was actually tearing down John Wick's support system empire to get to John Wick. And then that final duel, he had someone who was on equal footing, the blind guy, on equal footing with John Wick, be the one to do the duel with John Wick. But then when that rich guy saw that John Wick was down, then he wanted to snatch the weapon from the blind guy and say, no, I want to get in the last shot. I want to be the one to take down John Wick. Not even realizing John Wick never pulled the trigger. Never realizing. And he got his ass caught. Right? So to that message, Spirit is saying that whomever these people or this person is, because you've had some twin flames that weren't intimate and romantic, but that one that's the big bandada. Okay, I've used dandada. Okay, that heartbreak one, that intimate one. Spirit said we're gonna get back around to that one. But all these twin flames that you've had, that are gonna come back, that are going to find yourself in being in a face-off with. Oh my goodness, honey. Somebody been wearing your face as a mask. It's taking me to that movie with John Travolta and Nicolas Cage, Face Off, where he took his face and put his face on his face and lived his life. Even got his vocals changed, right? But all these people who you are about to have these face-off with, Spirit said non-violent, but it's going to be very violent within their external being, their internal, and their external being. Spirit said you're fine, and you are mirroring them, because just as we said, they are equipped. They are just ill-equipped in preparation. Now for you, you are equipped. You are even equipped in preparation, though you have not been in the state of mind of being intended to. Intended to and attended to. Your muscle reflex, everything that you've learned up to this point, got you. It's going to support you. You may even say or do something that in the aftermath of this sit down, of this standoff, of this face off, that is going to have you like, you know what? I could have, should have said that. I could have possibly said that. I could have did that. You know what? This is why Spirit wants you for now, not for the sake of this face off or any of what is going to transpire over the next, Spirit said, the next course of the next 5 years. I only usually give dates, but it said over the next course of the next 5 years. All right. It says some of them is 7 for you. All right. Lucky number 7. What is going to transpire for you is going to be, it's inevitable, but Spirit really wants you to equip yourself within being present. Be present in your every moment. Now, we know you got your mind going this way and that way, and every which way. You got this to handle, you got that to do. You want to make plans for this. You know, you're doing a lot, right? Mentally, it's easy to get exhausted, right? Especially when you're not writing down. So Spirit wants you to go back to practicing and engaging yourself with writing things down, so you could build that muscle memory structure within yourself again. Spirit wants you to go back to meditation. Spirit said if you haven't been working out, go through those painful workouts. Okay, don't wear yourself out. Don't soil yourself out too bad. Just get in the habit of being present. Now, working out does not have to be about weight loss. It's about conditioning, all right? They want you to focus on being present for the sake of conditioning yourself. So when these things happen, when over these next years, when you do run into these people unexpectedly, when these unexpected conversations or interactions happen, that you are present in the moment. And so there's less of that, you know what, I could have said this, I should have did this, I could have did that. Now, Spirit said, let's get back to this person. Give me a moment, let me get some water. You go get some water too. Okay, after I got that water, voice sounded a little bit more clear. But at the same time as well, Spirit gave me the drop-down message again of when the video cut off because my device needed to update. Spirit said, notice how the energy changed. Notice how we started speaking of your updates, what you needed to update, how you have updated. Confirmation. Now, Spirit, say back to this emotional ass message. Okay, so ancestors are bringing in these people. You ain't gotta like it, but you're gonna love it. You hear that? You ain't gotta like it, but you're gonna love it. Now, this is not about you being arrogant. This is about you finally seeing yourself for who you are, for who you have developed yourself to become, and who you have been. All these twin flames that are coming back around, all these experiences, hell, some of them might even be, relatives of yours, okay? I heard somebody's parent even. All these twin flames that are coming back around, they are going to show you just these experiences. Once again, Spirit said this is not about you being arrogant. This is about you further grasping the concept, the understanding, the awareness of your confidence, of your esteem, of your self-interest, of your love, of how much you have really centered yourself, how much you value yourself, how much you, I heard, no, I never knew love like this before. It opened my eyes. Baby, I'm still waking up. What a surprise, right? Because these people are people and persons, we ain't forget about that heartbreak factor, and persons who you really looked up to. You really respected what they had to say and what they were doing more than you respected yourself. Your integrity was based that you were aligning your integrity and your dignity with whatever they said the open clause was, with whatever they never exposed to you what the fine print was. You were just going with the flow. Think about all those times that you were so uncomfortable with what they told to you, with what they suggested of you, with what they demanded of you, and you just did it because you trusted them so much. Don't make me cry. We're not gonna cry. Thug that shit out. Spirit said, now these people are coming to you in the ways and the forms. Spirit said, watch how they come to you. Watch how they introduce themselves. Are they going to introduce themselves like that dude from John Wick who wanted to get in that last shot, but had a whole bunch of other people lined up to take down John Wick for him, and it still didn't happen, although John did. Anyway, no, we're not going to spoil it. I hope you didn't hear that. But anyway, good movie, good saga. Love you, Keanu. Keanu Reeves, but watch how they come at you, because you are going to realize, and it's not for you to get cocky, it's not for you to become arrogant, but once upon a time, even when somebody was 9 years old even, but anyway, I'm hearing, what is that? Slick Rick, I think it's called A Children's Story. Go listen to that. Once upon a time, not long ago, honey, listen. Go listen to that. I might put it down there, but in the description, if I don't, it's Slick Rick. Is it Slick Rick? Yeah, Slick Rick, A Children's Story. But pay attention to how the energy shift. It's not that you're going to have your chest poked out. It's that these people are going to come towards you almost like a dog with his tail in between his legs. Because the wheels have turned. You've been hearing a lot that the wheels have turned, that they're on the bottom now and you're on the top. As these things come about, as these people come about, as this entity who wanted me to call it an energy, this entity presents itself to you, you are going to see that this entity no longer, projection, no longer have the complete control over these human beings the way that it used to. I would like to suggest a movie to you if you've never seen it. It's called Fallen, with Denzel Washington and that guy John. There's so many Johns in the 90s. Shut up. That's funny. It's not funny. But there was so many Johns in the 90s. There's so many Johns now. They don't call themselves Johns anymore. But now I was talking like, that's his name, John Goodman. Not John Candy or any of them, Anyway, but John Goodman and Denzel Washington. It's a movie called Fallen. This entity has been touching, has been floating, has been being absorbed by so many people who you've known throughout your life, and you're wondering, why is it that you tend to, whether it was your mother, whether it was your cousin, whether it was your neighbor, whether it was whoever, you kept on having these reoccurring cycles with people who you valued for different reasons. Honey, it was that entity. Whatever that entity was for you, and I'm not talking scriptural Bible entity. There are so many beyond scriptural and Bible entities. For a few of you, for several of you, you have, and I know for a few of you and several, because there's different entities, right? There have been entities that has yet to be written about. They're known. Others are familiar with them, but they have yet to be written about. All right, that's why I said not Bible, though you definitely have had encounters with the Bible entities. So we it's gonna be a lot. And Spirit said, if you find yourself in an emotional space, it's not that they want you to show your emotions within the presence of these people or this person. Spirit said, just like we know, confirmation, just like we know and have been saying, your emotions are your responsibility. Your emotions are not the responsibility of anybody else. If someone made you feel some type of way, it's because it was something in you that had an opening for that experience to be experienced. They were just a catalyst. They were just a vessel being used to open that. So reevaluate even how you look at the language that you speak about others and what they did to you. If you felt some type of way because of someone else, it's because you did not give yourself attention in a space that you needed to repair, to attend to do your cleansing of, to even gain the acknowledgement and awareness of yourself, to look beyond yourself and look and go research the definitions of those experiences. Not just the words, but the definitions of those experiences. And this, ooh, baby, baby bubba. Okay, let's just go ahead, baby. Listen, then we still listen. Okay, no, they said come over here. You're not gonna get me like that. Okay, wait. They say we got two. Okay, okay. Oh no, right here. Oh, where we putting it? Okay, ancestors. Look, we gonna sit this one right here, okay? Because I'm telling you, you got me like, nah, put it over here like, I'm about to explain it, rebels. I'm about to explain it. So Spirit is saying they are gauging this karma. They are gauging this karma. They are gauging this karma. Honey, obsession. They say go for the next one up under. Okay. I guess you're going to give me the next one. Obsession and boundaries. Okay. Obsession, boundaries. Who else want to show themselves? Hope. Okay. All right. So, anybody else want to slide, honey? Then I say 5 to 7, 5 to 7, 5 to 7. Okay, sound like a prison sentence to me, honey. A lot of stuff is trying to be moved, and it's gonna be straightened down. All right. So, who else trying to show themselves? Hold on. What's this? Come here. Spying. Okay. So that's enough, right? Okay. So this emotional pain is about the apologies. Now it may not sound like I'm sorry, all right? And if they do say I'm sorry or I apologize, you don't ask them, do not ask them sorry for what? Do not say you apologize for what? If they are genuinely sorry, if they are genuinely apologetic from their understanding, from what an apology or I'm sorry should mean for. There should be a I'm sorry, and then there should be a whole bunch of shit that they say, not just a bullet point. Although they may come with bullet points because once again, they are fools in this cycle. They're not familiar with having this experience, with being so vulnerable, even though you may feel like they could have been more vulnerable. They're not experienced in even being that metaphor. Now, you may have witnessed them apologizing to other people. No, that was them masking. That was them playing a part. It's just like motherfuckers who read the old pimp books. They read it, they rehearse it, they practice it in the mirror, and then they go out to see if it works. And each time it worked, then they go practice it some more to make it, try to make it more authenticated, right? So, the Spirit is saying, if they come to you with a I'm sorry or I apologize, shut up. Just listen. Remember what we talked about at the beginning of this read? You shouldn't have much to say. You are like the judge in this. And at that, you're not even judging. But then again, you are judging because is this good enough for you? You are going to be letting the ancestors know if this emotional storm, if this karma, if this is good enough for you. Is it good enough for you? Because remember, karma is good, karma is bad. Right? Even though this says consequences, cause and effect, good and bad, right? Cause and effect, and that. Is it good enough for you? Are you going to be greedy? Or do you know for a fact that you deserve more? Because greed and knowing for a fact you deserve more are two different things, remember, with the envy and jealousy. They're very close in understanding, but they are two completely different things. They have mirrored potential, but they are two different things. right? Two different arenas. Now, this karma is going to be gauged, but Spirit wants me to come back here, over here. So you got boundaries, hope, spying, and obsession. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that they've been watching you online. It does not necessarily mean that they've been driving past your residence. It does not necessarily mean, now some of them are at your workplace. Some of them are within your family. Some of them have been hearing the gossip and getting third party information and all types of stuff, right? So there's many different ways of watching somebody, but more so what Spirit wants you to know is that your energy has been being watched. Your energy has even been being watched by the way that they are current within their own energy, because they remember how they were with you. Now, they may not remember your experience of how they were with you, but they remember how they were with you within their experience. So for them to see themselves, to witness themselves, even not in the clarity that Spirit is working them towards, they are looking at your energy. They are observing your energy. Like, for example, like, man, if I was like this back then, would things have worked out with them? If I was like this back then, that probably wouldn't even happen. So they are spying on your energy, playing these hypotheticals and these obstacles even in their head. But this is what Spirit said at the beginning of the message. Them approaching you, them having this engagement with you, them running into you, them being met with the opportunity of you again. Now, Spirit said, don't go to a family get together and think like, oh, this is the time. No, once again, Spirit said that's why they want you to be on your business. Realize you have the time clock on your side. You've been on your business as far as chess. You're not playing chess, but the time clock is on your side. But they want you to be in the present. Be in the present. Okay? Continue to protect yourself. Continue to know that you're protected. Continue to understand, like, it's not that you have walls up. You have boundaries. You have boundaries now, okay? You have boundaries. So don't feel that because you go to a get together and you just so happen to see that person. Remember, they are on a full journey. So how many times, even for yourself, you know that there's something that you want to do, but you're working yourself up to it. Spirit said, don't even look at them and say, yeah, I know they want to say something to me. Once again, this is not about you being cocky nor arrogant. This is about you maturing. And you're going to be so much further ahead of them whenever this happens. All right? So, gotta take a breath. So, evil eye intimacy. They don't like how they're perceiving themselves, even in the obstacles and the hypotheticals that they're playing within their own mental momentum. Their mental momentum. They don't like what they're observing, though they understand why it needs to be. They don't like what they're observing because it's reflecting an image of them that they are ashamed of, in the sense that it is discouraging them. All right? That's heavy. It's reflecting shame and discouragement to them. Spirit says, sit with that understanding. Now, the message that they do have for you, it's going to seem prideful because that's what you're expecting. And this is also, again, why Spirit wants you to be in the present. Because if you realize how prideful, I'm noticing how I'm fidgeting with this deck, trying to get all the cards in perfection and straight in line, and so there's no cracks or, no cards looking like they're trying to sneak out on all ends. This is how prideful you remember them being, but that you are also realizing you are yourself, that you just want things to be so perfect, even in understanding that things aren't going to be perfect, that you want to be your best self, even if, like, oh, I heard that's the other song I heard, honey, I knew you was hiding for a reason. Trey Songz, This Is the Last Time. right? Even if this is the last time that you have an interaction with them, there's something about you that want to make sure that you put an exclamation on this mark. Not as like you want to explain some stuff, but you want to make it known that you're serious. You want to be non-persuasive. You want to make sure, that you lay down everything that needs to. You want to leave it all on the floor type thing, right? But in regards to this person, these people, these twin flames, we're not talking about soulmates. These twin flames, here it is again. Look, we got pride, envy, and jealousy. Child, listen. In regards to this person, these people, these twin flames, they, it's their pride that has fallen. It really is. Notice how this cat is, is straightened out. It's squinting. Even though, for most of us, we'll feel like, oh no, that's how the tiger's eyes are normally. Nah, baby, that tiger is squinting. It's really like squinting his eyes rather piercingly. At least over here on this side, this one is kind of more so open. Ooh, honey, we even got arrogance, ego, and stubbornness, child. So these people was very arrogant, egotistical, stubborn, jealous, envious, prideful. You took a lot of shit. You took a lot of shit. You dealt with a lot of shit. You engaged a lot of shit. You engaged so much shit that at times you didn't even have a moment to wash your hands of it. You was just jumping, changing asses. Honey, I ain't even gonna tell you how I got that message, but yeah, you know where I got the message from. You was just changing asses all over the place. You were literally walking around with shit on your hand from cleaning other people's asses and spaces. Now, we done already talked about. Now they gonna feel some type of way. Some of them, especially in that spirit, say we're going back to that heartbroken one, the one who was singing the Carl Thomas "I'm Emotional" and feel like that Mariah Carey song. Feeling like all these, they listening to a whole bunch of slow songs. They trying to listen to even the thugging out songs and the country songs. They trying to really keep their hat on straight and keep their boots sharp. Okay, they trying to. Honey, snakeskin. They trying so hard. They trying so hard to present to others as if there is nothing internally disturbing them. And Spirit is making them live with this. Spirit is saying for this heartbroken person, they are taking on other forms of operation for the sake of distraction. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be another person or more people. It's just whatever it is that they are taking on, it's not working. It's not working in the favor that they wish that they had. Yeah, I heard hot tamale. I kind of want tamales now, and a burrito. Yeah, let me shut up because that's gonna start sounding different. Anyway, we're gonna get back to this. But yeah, this heartbroken person, they're gonna have animosity towards you that is not going to be your problem. Let's make that clear. It's not your problem that they have animosity because you don't share the same feelings, because you probably died to share feelings, okay? It's not your problem that you don't have the shared or same feelings that they do, but little do they know, you did have those feelings once upon a time. They just didn't have those feelings. Excuse the background noise. They just didn't have those feelings when you had those feelings. And now that they have those feelings, they're going to be in ways trying to hold down that pride and desperation of not wanting, not wanting to feel what it was that they sent you through. Yeah, they sent you through that. Honey, just trying to scratch and pry all through that. I mean, I don't know what my neighbor doing, but they be doing some loud stuff. Anyway, not gonna blame it on them. Hey, I'm doing my own craft right now, so how can I just, be upset about them? But they are going to feel, they're definitely going to feel what you felt, but heightened, because you are already in a compassionate space that they weren't in, that they never been in. Remember, this is new to them. But the clarity of it all about their intentions back then. Spirit said you can expect vulnerability about what their intentions was back then. Now, are they going to be completely exposed? Camera, are they going to be completely exposed? No. If you know anything about old school film, you know it took time, it took patience, it took a process. It was a process of development, and little by little, increments. And this is not, Spirit said, this is not them asking you to leave the door open for more opportunities of these people, and especially this heartbroken person, to be able to come and engage with you. That's your choice. Remember, you live in the gray. You live in the gray. Nothing's completely black and white. It's your choice of how you choose to move about these situations. But be in the present, because though they are on a fool's journey, you even know, due to your cycles of fool's journey, how simply and how, the struggle it is of the old version of yourself that you live 24/7, that you once upon a time lived 24/7, to come back and try to pull you back in because you're scared, because you're hesitant, confirmation, because you're just like, I don't know what the unknown look like and I'm scared of it. So do understand, everything that you've been experiencing up your fool's journey are the same feelings that they are going to experience of theirs. Now, it's not the labeling of the feelings, but the process of the feelings, all right? It's the process of the feelings. Yeah, so the ancestors said, between the clarity and emotional storms. And notice how they, remember, confirmation. There was a gauging. It's like trying to find what is gold or jewelry on the beach with one of those metal detectors things. There's a gauging of karma. So the gauging of karma is all across here: intimacy, pride, twin flame, clarity, spirit, emotional storms, releasing, family, apologies, boundaries, hoping, spying, obsession. It's gonna gauge. Okay, the karma is all across the board. Now, they are going to be rather unstable. There's going to be times of yourself that you even question yourself. Are you unstable? Center yourself. Ground yourself. Now, grounding for them is the definition of punishment. Grounding for you is the definition of stability. Remember, karma is gauging. Right? Honey, look, I heard let's get ready to rumble with the releasing and awakening. It says letting go. But I didn't see that as letting go. Excuse me. I heard let's go. If you want it, you can get it, let me know. I'm about to break this thing off. Let's go. Let's go. You got this. You know how I know you got this? Because you ain't got no choice but to live your life. That's how I know you got this. You ain't got no choice but to live your life. Now, are you going to go back to living your life in paranoia and concern? Oh my goodness, when is this going to happen? When is it? No. What Spirit say? Be present. You are the present. You are the gift. Why are we reaching over here? Family. You are the present. You are the gift. They said they want me to keep on. Okay. All right. Okay. No. Okay. I understand. Say we going to put it down. Put it down. They want me to just pull off the top. Not pull out. Keep your top on. Okay. Keep your top on. That's it. Shut up. These words. Okay. You listen to the English language that you've been saying for the longest, and then all of a sudden you get to speaking the English language with somebody else's energy, all up in your energy, and now we're gonna take from the bottom. Shut up. You realize how like explicit these things. You know, I thought that it was like a high school thing. You know, child's play with words. Nah, honey. Baby. Child. Okay. Now, as I said, yeah, they stressed. They cried about their loneliness, the loss. the damage that's been done, the damage that, the bereavement, honey, this family, yeah. Didn't I say it's not just one twin flame? It's multiple. There's more. There's more than one. So 5 to 7, 5 to 7. Now, how you make it through this 5 to 7? It's gonna. Oh shit! Spirit said it's gonna depend. Is how you make it through this 5 to 7 is gonna determine whether there is an extension. Now, who that extension is about? That's why I got quiet. I'm trying to see spirit extension for who? An extension about what? An extension in regards to what the spirit not telling me. So the spirit said how you go through this, deal with this 5 to 7 is will determine whether there will be an extension. Okay. Yeah. So reservations. Spirit got, yeah, you have reservations. There's no avoiding this. If you run from it, honey, I guess that's a part of the extension, huh? There's going to be an extended stay, okay? An extended stay of, oh no, like I said, the karma is gauging. The karma is gauging, okay? So do notice how they smirking, no teeth, because they dead serious. That was funny. They dead serious. They're serious. So your ancestors here and your ancestors that have departed, y'all funny. So confine, release, awakening, baby, the tolerance that you are going to have. This is why Spirit said, be present. Do not imprison yourself. Because if you imprison yourself, you are gauging this karma to be on the negative end for you. All right? Now, I understand, you being, depending on which twin flame we're talking about, I understand. I understand that you may not want to witness them going through such harshness. But, honey, you had to go through the harshness, and look at you. And look at the beautiful thing that you are, the beautiful experiences that you've been having on the other side of it. So why wouldn't you want them to go through it? You should want them to go through it. Not to be spiteful, but because you know the beauty that is on the other side of it. Spirit said, watch your words of encouragement even. Because remember, your words of encouragement is what, what equated things to be the way that was. They saw that you were so giving when you weren't receiving. There was no reciprocity. You were given to others who weren't willing to replenish your cup. Honey, watch how you let people steal from you. That should have been 7-7, honey. There we go, 7-7-7. All right. So perseverance. Weren't we talking about those hurdles? And there are those hurdles. Look at how you do, honey. I am a suit and tie shit. Once again, get on your business. Okay, just got Justin Timberlake, suit and tie shit, okay? Stay on your business. You're not playing chess. Chess is about business, right? But yeah, so, baby, look, it don't matter whether it's family, whether it's that heartbroken person, whatever the case may be. It's business. Your marriages are about business. Your life is about business. Yes, you get to have fun and while doing business, but this is why Spirit is saying, do what you love. Do what you love. Now I got suit and tie shit playing up in my head all over the place. But do what you love. Who do you love? You love you, right? So everything about your life should show you. Everything about your life is a representation of you. Your peace. All that. Tranquility. Your testimony. All that. Right? Indulgence. Here with a baby, shut up, Spirit. Okay. Now I felt a little bit of pettiness. I did. Oh my goodness, laugh it out now. Please do not laugh up in these big face. Then again, it's not my business. I'm not there. I wasn't a part of the cycles of situations that you've been through and endured. So if you laugh in their face, that's not my business. Once again, I would just have to say, and I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. But I'm just saying, sometimes it just happens. I say I definitely have laughed in some people's face. There was actually this one person. I'm gonna share this with you. This was like high school. No, this was after high school. This one guy, loved him to death. At least I believe that no, I really did love him. Yeah, really did care about him. Anyway, man ain't never cheated on me. Ain't never did no wrong. He was willing to take a punch. He was willing to fight. And not saying that that's the reason why I loved him. It was just like he was so, like when they say men are protectors, no, he proved to me all the time that he was a protector. He proved to me all the time that he was a provider. He realized early on in his life, and rest his soul, because he is no longer here with us, and he is one of my guys. Love him to death. But love him in death and life and all that other stuff. But he wasn't my only. He know that because I was honest enough with him to let him know that. He loved me for that too, because I was always blind. But he for whatever reason, whatever his reason was, he did cheat on me, okay? Sexually. But for him, he felt he cheated on me. At this point, me and him were not in a relationship. But even though we weren't in a relationship at that time, he felt that he cheated on me because he genuinely just wanted to be with me. Nobody else. There was no kids in the equation, no nothing. But we were not in a relationship. And because he had sexual interactions with someone else while we weren't together, and we hadn't been together for like a year and a half, and the first person who he did do something with, he was crying in the rain. And I laughed. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, dude, you have we had that conversation. So, I mean, I guess if it's one of those circumstances, what is this? Okay, we're going to, yep. So, once again, Spirit said, caution yourself about laughing in anybody's face, because that it's not necessarily that you deserve to be able to laugh. It's the fact that there is a level of karmic weight that comes with the sincerity, I think the word is, of someone else while they're in their dwelling in their pain, regardless of the level of belief that you feel that they are really going through shit. They are really conflicted about who it is and what it is that they are dealing with. But Spirit say, do indulge, though. Do indulge. They just ain't got to see it. Right? So we're going to get a couple of these after tarot. And then we're going to close out this read. Because there's a lot of lessons that have been accepted, learned, and that, you should reflect on for the sake of yourself. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay. Confirmation. Oh, baby. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's how we start our spirit. We're going to Ace of Pentacles with the new beginners. Okay. Ace of Pentacles with the truth. Ace of Pentacles with the pathways. Honey, give me a moment. I need to take a moment. Okay, listen. I'm looking at this I win flame. Okay, I win flame. Notice how the T is cut. It says I win flame. Ooh, self-preservation. Your ancestors got you. They are looking. Come on, ancestors. What we got? Oh, baby, ain't that beautiful? Okay, so then you had the 6 cups. Let's get these cards out, because I'm telling you. Oh my goodness, I'm not even gonna read them. I'm just glancing, baby. Come on, they said do another. Okay, all right. Bear with me, please. Bear with me. Now, I mean, you do got a choice whether you. Oh shit! I didn't even realize why I was saying you do have a choice. The card that I was laying down. Okay. All right. Now, I'm always going to invite you to, if you need to, play my videos on what is it, ×2 speed, if you like. It saves you, it saves you some time. Oh, the fork man fell. We're gonna place you over here, buddy. This is my fork man. It's like stick a fork in it. Can you stand there? Thank you, sir. Yeah, so I'm always gonna suggest, if you need to, if you want to, play me on 2 speed. It say if you have the time, I'm not really worried about getting the hours and stuff in, although that would be nice. But just I want you to do what you need to do for you. And like if you listen to any read on ×2 speed, and you can get the message. They only get half of the actual length of the video. So like, let's say if the video is an hour and you listen to the ×2 speed, they get 30 minutes of the video on their clock. But either which way, this is about you being able to get in as much as you can get in within the 24 hours that you got. Okay, 24 hours, 24/7. Now, baby, I've been feeling a lot of Porky Pig in the energy as of lately. Like people are jumbled up in their words. They're not sure what to say. They don't know what to say. And part of the reason why they don't know what the hell to say to you is because this Queen of fucking Swords, this Queen of Swords energy. Now realizing, like, if I had the jumbo size, I wanted the small size because, I have these small hands, right? But the jumbo size at the top of this Queen of Swords, I believe there's a butterfly. But either which way, I'm perfectly fine with it. But what I'm looking at this as is, like, you are really taking in your spiritual guidance. It's not just that you are looking up to the heavens. Notice the Queen of Swords, she's already here amongst the clouds, right? She's amongst the answer. She's very strict. She's very direct about her authority. She's very sure and assertive about herself. She got a bird's eye view of every damn thing, right? Of everything that's going on. There's not much that can get past her. She's very self-sufficient. She's very self-aware of herself, okay? She's looking forward to, she's open hands. She's open to whatever there is to come, right? But she don't get shit twisted. Don't get shit twisted at all about you. And they're telling me to grab this. Okay, honey. And with the Knight of Cups, what we want to know about the Knight of Cups? We're just gonna put that right there. Right there. So, so it's, though you are the Queen of Swords, you're charming, you're graceful, you have such a kind heart. You just have such a slick way about your mouth, the slick way about your expression. And this is what Spirit wants you to be in the present, practice your presence of. And so when you do have these interactions with these twin planes and stuff, that you are monitoring yourself, and you are as well monitoring them, okay? That you're making sure that everything is in alignment with where it is that you're willing to move forward with and what it is that you're going to leave behind. Because some of these twin plane situations, there are not going to be any reoccurring chances due to the decisions of your own, due to even how they choose to disengage themselves, all right? So Spirit just wanted me to bring that about for you to understand about you. But yeah, they do miss your giving and your receiving, and how you gave and you received, but they're also realizing that they don't have access to you the way that they used to have access to you in the spaces that you were willing to give and to receive, that you were open to reciprocity of. So these twins are real. There's a lot of them. Not all of them, but because some of them are going to come in to test, trial, dummy your ass to see if you are going to be easily persuaded back into the ways that you used to be. But there are a lot of them that do know that in order to even be around you again, in order for them to even present themselves at all, that they are going to need to be willing to give more than they receive from you. They are in a space of, trying to figure out what to do, George, what to do, and you blind. You don't care. You that blind dude from John Wick. Like, you are on that even level of John Wick, the loyalty of it all. You letting them go through this duel with themselves right now. Once again, you are present within what's going on within your own life. You're not concerned about what's happening with them right now. Spirit say continue to be in the presence of your own life. Don't wonder about what they got going on. Don't even, if you heard it through the grapevine, that's fine. Don't even worry about that then, okay? Because as you know, the game of telephone, it gets sent from somebody. People observe things within their own understanding, their own expectations, their own way of comprehending, and what they would think things would be and how they would like things to be seen. So don't even trust the game of telephone until you see, until you hear, until you understand things from your place of understanding, and the Spirit said in their place of complacency. Don't give a fuck about it. Don't give a fuck about it. If they didn't come and ask you they damn self, don't give a fuck about it. All right? Baby, okay. All right. So this seven of swords. I heard what had happened was they thought they stole, that they took from you all that they could get. But they realized that what you were giving, they didn't receive because it wasn't up for the taking. You were trying to give them an experience. You were trying to give them understanding. You were trying to give them an experience and a presence. And whatever it was that you were willfully giving, since it could not be stolen in secrecy, that's what got them in this trap. That's what got them set up. Because they only took what they felt that would cause you pain. They only took what they knew mirrored the pain that they had experienced of other people. But Spirit said, on the other hand, on the other note though, I win flames. Okay? I win flames. I win flames. However that resonates for you. Oh, it's a sentence. Because I'm looking at I win flames. So you won. You won. Regardless of how this turns out, you won. But Spirit said, watch out for that 5 to 7. That 5 to 7, because it can cause for extensions. All right. Ancestors, yeah, the ancestors are welcoming you in. So yeah, this is happening. This is happening, the emotional storms. Honey, it's time to come in for supper. It's time to go out and, it's just time, baby. It's just time. There's no avoiding this. This is you experiencing your life. Accept it. Welcome it in. Now, this 3 and this 4 of Wands, I almost got them mixed up. That 3 is your 4. Hear that? That 3 of Wands is your 4 of Wands. So, regardless of how things turn out, so long as you stay present, so long as you don't, confirmation, so long as you don't psych yourself out of your foolish journey and go back to your old cycles because you felt that it was more comforting. So long as you don't go back and allow these twin flames to come back into your life and you restructure yourself to be that old representation of yourself just because, there it is. Spirit says, watch out for the high schooler's curse. Now, what is the high schooler's curse? Everybody has those friends that they had back in high school. And then y'all get older. I'm seeing mirror numbers 31, 13. And then y'all get older. And when y'all see each other in y'all older age, it's like y'all back in high school again. You back being a person who you was in high school. They back being a person who they was in high school. Spirit said, watch out for that high schooler's curse. Wonder if I should title the video that. Not sure. But if you made it this far, that's the treasure in this message. But yeah, so, honey, and that's all they want me to say to you in regards to that 4 and that 3. Is that 3 of Wands is your 4. Guide yourself. You can see what's in a bird's eye view. So, there it is. He sent the bird, send the bird, send the message, send the message to the future self. And the queen, she accepted. Rebels, I love and I adore you, but we're about to get you out here. It says, if your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Do not stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways. Welcome abundance in all forms in your life. Yes. Babe, listen, then you got 555 with change. You are going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in your life for your highest good. That is the why you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. Rebels, I love you and I adore you and I want you to see that. Okay? You see that one too. Remember, karma is gauging. Okay? Now, look, you got a sharp tongue on you. Okay? You doing some very articulate things up in that brain of yours. Be doing some very articulate things up in that brain of yours. Okay? Very articulate things. And you be doing some very articulate things up in your heart space. So your mind and your heart space, honey. Be present. Be present. Back to life. Always in reality. All right? Rebels, I love you. I adore you. Go do you. Go make your life do what it needs to do for you, babe. Go, Rebels.